Well, speaking of that subject, Tariq and I were on Twitter just like randomly, and I saw this whole string of tweets
From Kanye?
that Kanye was sending to Drake.
Yeah.
And like I come from a world where I know people who have suffered from mental health. I have family members who suffered from mental health, and I think that it's a real subject. But one of the things that Charlamagne was talking about, on Trevor Noah, was that Kanye was using mental health. He was weaponizing mental health to combat Drake's diss onto him.
Right.
Now Charlamagne was saying that, oh, okay, this is really just about Drake taking a shot at his sneaker sales. You know what I'm saying? Now, Tariq and I, we were talking about it, and I remember you had a pretty strong opinion about it. I don't follow all the pop culture situations, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot to keep up with. But I do find it interesting, like, and I don't know, do you want to share like what you thought about that? Like, and do you still think that Kanye is in the right for coming at Drake? Like, is that
your opinion on that?
You want to go first, Willie?
I would love to know. What do you think?
Do I think Kanye weaponizing?
What do you mean by weaponizing mental health?
Well, you use it as
Oh, got you.
like I go and then you put I have mental health issues.
Yeah, it's like, don't you know I'm crazy?
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Yo, let me like get over that. So is that a possibility? It does seem like that. We don't have all the facts in the relationship and the conversation. But from where we stand, it does seem like he could be using mental health as a shield. Do I think Drake had enough common sense? Like, yeah, he's probably going to use it as his defense, and at some point through it. Do I also think that Drake's attention should not be pointed at Kanye?
Has Drake even said anything to Kanye? Oh, in public?
This is on song.
Yeah, on his entire album, Scorpion, the first disc one was basically all about Kanye, if you listen to it. And then on Sicko Mode, you referenced Checks Over Stripes. But there's also like, the Take a Right thing.
Wetty like I'm Shaq.
I mean, also on No Stylist, talk about don't wear no thing.
But Checks Over Stripes means two things.
Yes.
It means, you could interpret it as Nike over Adidas, or you can interpret it as money over whatever clout,
Respect,
that you think you should have. Which is why it's a very dope line.
But the reality is, that ain't where his attention should be focused, but that's my point.
Who, Drake? Right. Drake's number one, so he just got to stay at number one and be his best self. He don't need to focus on nobody else. Why? He need to battle rap?
No, I'm just saying the way I was raised, if you slap me, I shouldn't be worried about you. I should be worried about you who slapped me. So in this particular situation, it seems like
No, it's real.
Who slapped you?
Who slapped? Who got slapped? Who's the slapping the slappy?
You got slapped?
it just seems like the whole Pusha T thing knocked him off his balance.
Oh, I
Instead
see.
of focusing his energy back on Push, he was
okay.
like, let me just go get this guy, because he doesn't do, like, Kanye doesn't engage in that type of, that's not his thing. He's been in the game a long time.
No, I've never known Kanye to battle rap.
But Kanye-
But he'll tell you that himself.
He doesn't do it.
Right.
He said, I don't do it. I don't believe in that. I believe in
doesn't believe
unity,
in it. So-
which is whatever.
So to see, like, Drake take shots at somebody who is on record of saying, I don't engage in that, but there's clearly somebody standing right there, like, yo, what's up?
Oh, you mean Pusha?
Yes.
But
Gotcha.
maybe like
This
on a
person over here is
personal,
Pusha.
on a
Pusha.
personal level, maybe his gripe was with Kanye. Like, we don't know.
No, we do.
We know.
And he said that his problem actually wasn't with Pusha, it was with Kanye and the way he felt kind of disrespected by Kanye.
Right, from the, what's his name? LeBron interview.
But I also know that in every other instance that we've had, or historical reference we've had, Drake is he's tough. He's really good at what he does. He responds very quickly, very sharply. So me as a fan of the sport, it's just like, not.
Yeah, but then I feel you, but I feel like he made the smart business move by not responding, because then everybody went to listen to Scorpion. And then it was the most, 1 billion streamed in a week or something. That's so smart. don't respond to this diss, release your project, everybody gonna listen to hear what you say.
I mean, I don't. We can't necessarily say that.
He's
was,
from Toronto.
We can't necessarily
He
say
was
that
on
that was
Degrassi.
the outcome of it. Like
He's not from the Bronx like you.
that has nothing to do with being from the Bronx.
You were just saying you're from where you're from, and if you slap me, then I slap the person, and they look.
No, it has nothing to do with where you're from. It's more or less an integrity.
Yeah, this is it's a hip hop
This
thing.
is man law. This is like very foundation, right? Like so.
Man law. What's man
code,
law?
I didn't say that.
Like,
It was a man.
I said hip hop.
whatever you want to call it, it's about integrity, right? So like
And
you
this
should
is why
not.
the world is fucked up.
No, I think the world is fucked up because if the person that's bullying you, you don't respond to, but you try to bully somebody else, I think it's just.
But I think that's such a cheap, like, bully someone else. Like, we don't even know. And, like, maybe Kanye was the one that was sneak bullying.
But you're saying maybe, and I'm telling you what actually happened.
How do you know? You don't know that?
It's on Twitter. We just read it.
Oh, my God. Twitter. Is that really?
Well,
Really?
did you see Kanye's tweets?
I did see Kanye's tweet.
All right, Batty, what do you think about it?
I think it's a little.
I think 2018 was an exciting year for hip hop for sure. Honestly, all this shit, I think it's all constructed a little bit, you know.
A little bit of wrestling.
But at the same time, and this was a big topic of 2018. I think mental health issues are very real, and people, you know, I don't know, they like to demonize people a lot who are really going through some shit and don't know how to express it or don't have an outlet. Kid Cudi, Kanye, you know.
We've lost artists because of.
Especially in hip hop, yeah. This year, for sure. Rest in peace, man, to like all the, not just in hip hop and music, but everybody who went through some shit, who looked for an outlet, looked for a solution, and really had no people there. So they turned to drugs. You know what I'm saying? They turned to Twitter. I don't know. They turned to, I mean, because look at Donald Trump. He's not in hip hop. He's the number one case of mental health issue.
Definitely has mental health issues.
Yeah, like alive right now. Him and Kanye actually have a lot in common.
He also may have dementia. But
For sure. But somehow he's president. Somehow Kanye, we're talking about him every day. You know what I'm saying? And so you have these folks who really need help, like Trump needs help, you know? Because here's the thing.
Man.
What?
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I love Kanye, and I don't know what, like, did anybody have any inkling that he had some kind of like, when did that whole mental health thing emerge? You know, was it after the TMZ thing?
I truly believe Kanye
No, it was
West-
way before that.
I believe he does have mental health issues, but I do think he has much more of a handle on it. Because I don't think us talking about Kanye West all the time is coincidental. Like literally all the time, all we talk about is like every day. All
But
day,
even
there's
before the
always
mental health stuff, it was like we were talking about Ye still. So it's not like you needed that to be. It's not like he needed that to be a point to drop.
I think
people to his
I think that kind of ties in even what I'm saying. I think part of it, it's nothing to me is coincidence. I think part of it is constructed. I think some of it just happened, changed. Everybody capitalizing. But does he have if someone needs help, they should absolutely seek it.
Who doesn't have mental health?
I think all of us do.
Exactly,
like we all
exactly,
do.
yeah.
We don't need to-
Yeah, we can't be like, oh, these people have mental health, they need help. No, we all,
Go through things.
yeah, not necessarily suffer, but we all have been through trauma. You know, we've all had things that have happened to us in our childhood and in our formative years, and even, you know, more recently, that shape who we are, that shape fears, that shape.
And our DNA carries the trauma from like past generations. So we have that like within us already. So we're all brought to this space with mental health. There's no issues. We just all have different versions of our
Right.
mentalities that.
What do you guys do personally to like cope with maybe, you know, anxiety or like super, like, I don't know if you guys have any deep-seated fears or deep-seated like mental health issues, you know, because there's a whole spectrum of them. I'm not talking like, you know, and
Yeah.
I'm not saying anyone's crazy, but we all go through things, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I think setting up, like for me, it was, like obviously we talked in the last podcast, I became a Baha'i last year, but like for me, it's been about setting like a practice of like every morning I say my like 95 allow pause, which is like God is the all glorious. I say that like before I do anything else. Like I have to. And then like, you know, like right now there's like 3 prayers I'm working on memorizing. So I do that. And then I read like from that, I brought it up in the last podcast too, but like this book, writing the Abdul Baha book. And I read like just a little bit of that. And if I do that, then my day is like pretty good. And like I try to meditate. Like we do like a meditation app together
Nice.
in the morning.
Headspace.
Yeah.
Headspace is dope.
Big up Headspace.
So yeah, like I feel like that really gets me into like a good place to start my day. And I always notice a difference if I don't do those things first. I'll be like off. So yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah. No, I think it's so crucial. I think it's so cool. What about you, Greg? I know you need a dose of nature.
Yeah.
Every now and then to center yourself and, you know, keep it all together.
I mean, honestly, what helps me the most when I feel like anxiety or I feel like a disturbance in my mental sphere,
Yeah.
I usually will, like music is very therapeutic for me. But then like talking with people, having like authentic conversations and just sharing experiences, sharing, I feel like growing up, I always underestimated that human connection. And even up until recent years, it's like I always took for granted the relationships that I had. I just thought that this is just normal, you know what I'm saying? But I've more so realized lately that having really deep conversations with people and actually connecting with those who I'm around actually has a healing element to it, and it really does help, you know, because we're all human beings. We're all experiencing this crazy thing called life, and when we share our experiences, there's a therapeutic element to it, you know, and then obviously like physical touch, you know what I'm saying, like. You know.
That's your love language,
voice
bro.
Again. That voice, it always pops out.
That voice is for you, my G. I hope you like it.
Brilliant.
You're welcome.
What about you, Reek? Because I feel like these things for you know, for folks out there watching, it might be helpful, you know, and it's something that, you know, we're all of us are at a point where even with this podcast and even, you know, with our growing fan base and our growing, you know, budding careers, we're going to be dealing with some of the stuff that these entertainers deal with.
Yeah.
That's why I'm so happy that we're, you know, I mean, whatever, we're not perfect, but we have a bit of experience of how to ground ourselves. We're very blessed and privileged to have the loved ones that we have around us. You know, every day I try to meditate. I need time alone, literally. Like I love connecting with people, and I've, you know, that helps in one dimension, but on another dimension, I need to be alone for like 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? I got my tea, I got my incense, I got my plant-based medicine, and I really center myself, and I make sure I reflect on my decisions that I've made. And I make sure I reflect on my goals and where I'm going. Because sometimes you can get caught up in the present, and that's where you start to get really like, you can go down a dark path if you concentrate too much on everything that's happening day to day. You have to have a plan, and you have to understand where you come from. So, you know what I'm saying?